Welcome back to Better English Step by Step, where we build your confidence phrase by phrase. Today, we aren't adding new words to your vocabulary. We are building a shield to protect your time. Imagine it's 2 p.m. You are finally focused. Then a colleague walks up to your desk and says, "Hey, do you have a sec to look at this?" Your stomach drops. You want to help, but you have a deadline.
I used to just smile and say sure, and then I'd be the one staying late at the office, angry at myself for not speaking up because I was too afraid to be rude.
In this lesson, you'll master the soft no, 3 steps to decline that request politely without saying the word sorry.
That feeling of wanting to help but needing to work is one of the most stressful feelings in a professional environment. I think for non-native speakers, it is double the pressure. You worry about the work, but you also worry about the relationship. You think, if I say no, will they think I am lazy? Will they think I am unfriendly?
Exactly. And because of that fear, the default answer becomes yes. You say yes to the extra report. You say yes to checking the email. You say yes to a quick meeting that takes 40 minutes. And suddenly, your own work is pushed to the side. You are sacrificing your own performance because you don't have the language skills to set a boundary.
It is a language problem, isn't it? In my native language, I can easily say, "Hey, I'm busy right now, come back later." And it sounds fine, it sounds normal. But when I try to translate that directly into English, "I am busy," it feels too sharp. It feels like a slap in the face.
That is a very important observation. In English, especially in the UK, USA, Canada, and Australia, we tend to be very indirect when we refuse something. Directness is often interpreted as rudeness. If you look at someone and just say, "No, I can't," or "I am busy," you are technically using correct grammar, but you are socially breaking the rules. You are closing the door in their face.
So the goal today is to learn how to keep the door open while still not letting them inside to steal our time.
That is a beautiful way to put it, Daniel. We are going to build a structure called the soft no. It has 3 specific parts. If you memorize these 3 parts, you can navigate almost any interruption at work or university. The 3 parts are the positive buffer, the limit, and the pivot.
Buffer, limit, pivot. I like that. It sounds like a dance move.
It is a bit like a verbal dance. You are guiding the person away from your desk without pushing them. Let's start with the first step, the positive buffer. Daniel, when someone interrupts you, what is your instinctual reaction?
Honestly, my instinct is to sigh and look annoyed, but I try to hide it.
And that is natural. But the positive buffer is a phrase you say before you say no. It validates the person. It shows that you are not rejecting them, you are just rejecting the timing. It softens the blow.
So instead of saying, "What do you want?" we start with something kind.
Precisely. Let's look at a few examples of a positive buffer. One very common one is, "I'd love to help with that."
I'd love to help with that, even if I don't actually love it?
Yes, even then, it is a social formula. It means I am a helpful person and I value your request. Let's practice that. Listen to the melody. It goes up and down. I'd love to help with that.
I'd love to help with that.
Listen to how Daniel connects the words love and to. I'd love to.
I'd love to help.
Now, listener, I want you to try it. Imagine your colleague asks you to check a report. You want to say yes, but you can't. Start with the buffer. Repeat after me. I'd love to help with that. I'd love to help with that. Another great buffer, especially if the request sounds interesting, is simply, "That sounds like a great project."
That sounds like a great project. This one is good because you aren't promising anything yet. You are just giving a compliment to their work.
Exactly. You are acknowledging them. That sounds important, or that sounds like a priority. By saying this first, you make the other person feel heard. And when people feel heard, they are less likely to get angry when you say no.
I have a question, Sophie. What if the request is from a boss or a supervisor? Does the buffer change?
That is a great question. With a boss, you might want to sound even more willing. You could say, "I really want to prioritize that."
I really want to prioritize that. That sounds very professional.
Let's practice that one. It is useful when you are about to tell your boss you can't do it right now. Repeat after me. I really want to prioritize that.
I really want to prioritize that.
Notice the stress on want and prioritize. You are showing enthusiasm.
Okay, so we have the buffer, we have made them feel good, but we still haven't said no. If I stop there, they might think I am agreeing to do the work.
You are right. If you just say, I'd love to help, and stop talking, they will hand you the file and walk away. So we must immediately move to step 2, the limit.
The limit. This is the part where we explain why we cannot do it.
Yes, but here is the secret, Daniel. You should not say, I am too busy.
Why not? I am busy. That is the truth.
I am busy is a statement about you. It can sound like you are disorganized or that you just don't have time for them. It feels personal. Instead, we want to talk about the work. We want to describe the task that is stopping us. We use the present continuous tense to show we are in the middle of an action.
So instead of I am busy, I should say what I am doing.
Exactly. The magic phrase here is, I'm in the middle of.
I'm in the middle of. Oh, I like that image. It creates a picture that I am deep inside something and I cannot get out.
Right. If you are in the middle of something, pulling you out is difficult. It implies that if you stop now, you will lose your progress. It is a much stronger defense than I'm busy.
Let's try some examples. I'm in the middle of the quarterly report.
Perfect. I'm in the middle of checking these data sheets.
I'm in the middle of preparing for the meeting.
Listener, I want you to practice this phrase. It is your best friend for productivity. I'm in the middle of. Pay attention to the linking. In the middle of. It sounds like one long word. In the middle of.
In the middle of.
Repeat after me. I'm in the middle of a big task right now.
I'm in the middle of a big task right now.
Try another one. I'm in the middle of something urgent.
I'm in the middle of something urgent.
There is another variation of this if you want to sound very focused. You can say, I'm strictly focusing on X right now.
Strictly focusing on. That sounds very disciplined. It sounds like a rule I have set for myself.
It is. It tells the other person, I am not ignoring you because I don't like you. I am ignoring everything because I have a strict focus. It removes the emotion. I'm strictly focusing on finishing this draft before noon.
That is a very powerful sentence. It explains the why without making excuses. I used to make the mistake of giving too many reasons. I would say, oh, I can't because I have to do this report and then I have a meeting and I am so tired.
And when you give too many reasons, you sound desperate, or you sound like you are lying. One clear, strong reason is better than 5 weak ones. The limit step should be short. 1 sentence. I'm in the middle of the Q3 review. Done.
So let's put step 1 and step 2 together. I'd love to help with that, but I'm in the middle of the Q3 review.
But is the bridge here. You can also use however. I'd love to help with that. However, I'm strictly focusing on this deadline right now.
It feels much softer than no, but it is still a no.
It is a no to the present moment, but we are not done yet. If we stop here, it is a bit abrupt. We need step 3, the pivot.
The pivot. This is where we turn the conversation in a new direction.
Yes, the pivot is where you offer a solution that works for you. You are not accepting their terms, you are proposing your own terms. This is where you take control of your time.
So instead of saying, I can't do it, I say, I can do it, but at a different time.
Exactly. Or, I can't do it, but here is someone who can. You are pivoting the request to a place where it doesn't hurt your productivity. The most common pivot is negotiating time. We often use if sentences here.
Like, if you can wait?
Yes. If you can wait until 4 p.m., I can take a look.
I see. So I am putting a condition on my help.
Correct. You are saying, my help is available, but only on my schedule. This makes you look helpful and organized. It is very professional.
Let's listen to the rhythm of that. If you can wait until 4 p.m., I can take a look.
Notice the pause after 4 p.m. If you can wait until 4 p.m., I can take a look. Listener, try to shadow that intonation.
If you can wait until 4 p.m., I can take a look.
Repeat after me. If you can wait until tomorrow morning, I can help you then.
If you can wait until tomorrow morning, I can help you then.
Another great pivot phrase is, how about?
How about? That is very friendly.
It is. It suggests a compromise. How about you send me the details via email and I look at it later?
That is a lifesaver phrase. Send me the details via email. Because often people just want to talk to you right now because they're bored or anxious. If you tell them to write an email, sometimes they realize it wasn't actually important.
That is so true, Daniel. You are filtering the request. How about you email me the draft and I'll get back to you by Friday?
I'll get back to you. That is a great phrasal verb. It means I will contact you with an answer.
Yes, so let's review the pivot options. Option A, propose a time. If you can wait until X. Option B, change the medium. How about you email me? Option C, the total refusal, but polite. Sometimes you really just cannot do it.
What do we do then? If I simply don't have time at 4 p.m. and I don't have time on Friday?
Then the pivot is to point them somewhere else. I won't be able to get to this, but have you asked Sarah?
Have you asked Sarah? Sorry, Sarah.
Poor Sarah. But truly, pointing them to a resource or another person is a valid pivot. I'm fully booked this week, but the online manual has the instructions.
Okay, so we have the 3 parts: buffer, limit, pivot. 1, I'd love to help. 2, but I'm in the middle of this report. 3, if you can wait until 4 p.m., I can take a look.
It flows perfectly. It is a complete paragraph. And notice, Daniel, did we use the word no?
We did not.
Did we use the word sorry?
No, and that is huge. I always say sorry. I'm so sorry. I can't. I'm really sorry.
When you say sorry for doing your job, you lower your status. You are apologizing for having responsibilities. You don't need to apologize for working. The soft no replaces the apology with the buffer. The buffer is the polite part. You don't need the sorry.
That is a mindset shift for me. The buffer does the work of the apology.
Exactly. Now, before we practice this with a simulation, I want to take a moment to talk about why we are breaking this down so slowly.
We often rush through learning phrases, don't we? We write them in a notebook and think, okay, I know it.
But knowing it in your head and saying it when your boss is standing at your desk are 2 different things. That is why we created this podcast. If you are enjoying this calm way of learning, where we take the time to really master the patterns, please consider subscribing to Better English Step by Step. When you subscribe, it helps us continue to make these long, relaxing lessons for you. It tells us that you value this slow, deep approach to English.
And it ensures you don't miss the next step in building your confidence.
Thank you for listening and for subscribing. Now, let's get back to our soft no. I want to do a simulation.
I love the simulations. This is where the rubber meets the road.
I'm going to play the role of a colleague. Let's call her Karen.
Okay, Karen. Is Karen nice or difficult?
Karen is nice, but she is stressed. She is in a hurry. She comes to your desk. I want you, the listener, to respond to her. I will speak, then there will be a silence. In that silence, I want you to use the 3-step formula we just learned.
Buffer, limit, pivot.
I will give you the prompts on the screen, or rather in your ears, so you know which variation to use. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's do this.
Scenario 1. It is Tuesday afternoon. You are writing an important email. Karen runs up to you. Karen, panic! I need someone to proofread this press release right now. It has to go out in 10 minutes. Can you do it? Prompt. Use I'd love to help, plus in the middle of something urgent, plus ask Sarah. Go.
Whispering, listener, try it now.
Did you say it? Let's hear what Daniel would say.
I'd love to help, Karen, but I'm in the middle of something urgent right now. Have you asked Sarah?
Excellent. Notice how calm Daniel sounded. Karen was panicking. Daniel was not.
It's hard not to catch the panic. When someone runs at you with high energy, you want to match their energy.
That is the mirroring trap. When they are fast and loud, you become fast and loud. But to set a boundary, you must slow down. If you speak slowly, you control the time. Let's try scenario 2.
Okay, bring it on.
Scenario 2. Your boss walks in. You are preparing for a client call that starts in 20 minutes. Daniel, do you have a minute? I want to brainstorm ideas for the holiday party. Prompt. Use that sounds fun, plus strictly focusing on the client call, plus come by after the call. Go.
Whispering, buffer, limit, pivot, try it.
Okay, Daniel, show us the soft no for the boss.
That sounds like fun, but I'm strictly focusing on the client call preparation right now. If you can come by after the call, I'd be happy to brainstorm.
Perfect. You validated the idea, that sounds fun. You set a hard boundary, strictly focusing, and you offered a new time, after the call. The boss cannot be angry at that. You are putting the client first. It actually makes me look like a better employee than if I said yes. If I said yes, I would be unprepared for the client. Exactly. Saying no to the distraction is saying yes to your actual job.
What about a friend? What if it's a classmate who just wants to chat?
That can be harder because there is no work excuse sometimes, but the formula still works. Let's say you are studying in the library. Your friend comes over. Friend, hey, I'm bored. Let's go get coffee. Try the I wish I could buffer. Let's hear the solution.
I wish I could, but I'm right in the middle of this chapter. If you can wait an hour, I'll go with you then.
I wish I could is a very soft, friendly buffer. It expresses regret without guilt. I wish I could join you.
And right in the middle emphasizes that I am not just reading, I am in the flow.
Yes. Now, I want to talk about tone. We touched on this, but it is crucial. If you say these words with a rising, questioning tone, you sound weak.
Like this, I'd love to help, but I'm busy, so ask me later?
Exactly. That sounds like you are asking for permission to say no. You are hoping they say, okay. But if you want to be respected, you need a falling intonation, a statement tone.
I'd love to help, but I'm in the middle of this. Ask me later.
Do you hear the difference? The voice goes down at the end of the sentence. It implies certainty. I am in the middle of this. Down. Not I am in the middle of this. Up.
That is hard to practice. It feels serious.
It is serious. It is your time. Let's practice just the falling intonation on the limit phrase. Repeat after me. Imagine a period, a full stop at the end of the sentence, a heavy stone dropping. I'm in the middle of a report. Down.
I'm in the middle of a report.
I'm strictly focusing on this. Down.
I'm strictly focusing on this.
If you keep your voice calm and low, people will accept your boundary. If your voice goes up and sounds high and anxious, they will push you. They will say, oh, come on, it will only take 5 minutes.
That's the worst. It will only take 5 minutes. It never takes 5 minutes.
Never. And if they push you, if they say, please, just 5 minutes, what do you do then? Do you invent a new excuse?
I usually just give in.
That is what most people do. But the secret is the broken record technique. You just repeat your pivot. You don't add new information. You just say the same thing again, kindly.
So if they say, please, just 5 minutes, I say, if you can wait until 4 p.m., I can help you then.
Exactly. You hold your ground. You don't get angry. You just repeat the offer. Colleague, but I really need it now. You, I understand, but I'm strictly focusing on this deadline. Send me an email and I'll look at it at 4.
It's like being a wall, a polite smiling wall.
A polite smiling wall. That is the goal.
You know, Sophie, there is one phrase we learned earlier, heads down. Can we talk about that? I hear native speakers use it a lot. I'm heads down.
Yes, that is a great idiom for deep work. Heads down literally comes from the posture of working. Your head is down, looking at your desk. It means you are in a period of intense concentration.
Can I use that as my limit phrase?
Absolutely. I'd love to chat, but I'm heads down on this project until lunch.
I'm heads down. It sounds very active.
It does. It implies you shouldn't be disturbed. Let's add that to our toolbox. Repeat after me. I'm heads down right now.
I'm heads down right now.
I'm going to be heads down for the next 2 hours.
I'm going to be heads down for the next 2 hours.
This is a great phrase to use before the interruption happens. Maybe you can tell your team in the morning meeting. Just so everyone knows, I'll be heads down on the audit from 2 to 4 p.m.
That is proactive boundaries. I like that. Preventing the interruption before it starts.
Precisely. Now, we have covered a lot of phrases. I want to do one final review of the full formula so it sticks in your memory. Step 1, buffer. I'd love to help. Step 2, limit. But I'm in the middle of X. Step 3, pivot. If you can wait until Y, I can help then.
It feels simple now that we've broken it down, but the key is having it ready, right?
Yes. You cannot search for these words when the person is standing there. You need to have them in your pocket. You need to overlearn them.
That is why the shadowing is so important. I need my mouth to know the phrase before my brain even thinks about it.
That is the definition of fluency, muscle memory. So, I have a challenge for you, listener.
What is the challenge today?
For the next 24 hours, I want you to look for one opportunity to use a positive buffer. Just the first step, even if it is a small request, even if you eventually say yes. Your friend texts you, "Can you call me?" Before you answer, practice saying to yourself, "I'd love to talk, but..." Or if a colleague asks for a pen, practice thinking, I'd love to help.
Start small. Practice on the low-stakes situations.
Exactly. If you practice on the small things, you will be ready for the big things. You will be ready when your boss asks for that big report at 4:55 p.m.
And you will be able to leave work on time without the guilt.
That is the ultimate goal. Better English isn't just about grammar. It's about having a better life, a life where you control your time.
I feel more prepared already. I'm actually looking forward to someone interrupting me so I can practice.
That is the spirit. Thank you for joining us for this session. Remember, buffer, limit, pivot. You can do this.
See you in the next episode.
Bye for now.